vlog and a 24-hour readathon. I was going to start my vlog in the living room, but Liam has very, very kindly offered to make me breakfast. And as such, he's making loads of noise. Bless him. He's like washing stuff in the sink and banging around. Anyway, it's actually 20 to 1 in the morning. I got up at midnight and I've done my skincare, which is why my skin looks a bit blotchy right now. And we took the dogs out and everything and made the morning as relatively normal as possible. So I'm gonna try now to go right through till midnight. I got about 5 hours sleep, so I'm feeling pretty good. Got myself set up in the living room with my books and my bullet journal. I want to order some books today because, believe it or not, I've already been planning out November's reading list. If you're new, this is probably a really random and fun place to start, so welcome. Oh, and yeah, I didn't get Northanger Abbey done by today, which is what I wanted to do. So I'm starting a 24-hour readathon with Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I love Jane Austen, don't get me wrong, but she's quite wordy. Looking forward to starting with that. So a little update. I've not read very much. I have not read very much at all. Northanger Abbey, I'm about to start chapter 6, which is only like page 25. So I've read like 20 pages and it's like 20 to 3. Probably didn't help that Liam had more rats on in the background. He's moved on somewhere. I have found the audiobook on YouTube. So given that I had wanted to be done with this before today, I might rely a little bit on the audiobook to try and get through this. Like, I'll still probably read along with it. But it might just keep me a bit more motivated, given it's a more difficult read at this time in the morning. So I think I'm going to try that.
Lift me up higher, above the clouds, won't you, love? When the scenery is right, go right in. I want to fall deep within. Don't leave me hanging just 'cause I'm too proud. Whisper away my outdated doubts. Somebody do me the courtesy, dress me down. I'm not that old, yet I'm far too young to not stand my ground.
Hello! It currently is 8:30 and we have got through Northanger Abbey. Must admit, it was an absolute lifesaver finding the audiobook because it made it so much easier to get through. I will admit there was a couple of times when I nodded off with it being the early hours of the morning and I'd only have 5 hours sleep, and as much as I love Jane Austen, and I really do, you get this problem with all classics, is they're quite heavy and quite hard to get through in terms of, it's not the fact that it's a long book, it's just very word heavy and lots of very descriptive vocabulary. Certainly in this particular one I found there's quite a few characters to be following, But I still managed to keep tabs on what was going on, and I really enjoyed it. I'm pretty confident I would give it 4 stars, if not more, but I would like to reread it at a time that isn't so time pressured as a 24-hour readathon. For a good section of it, I did follow along reading the book, and then I would give myself a chapter or 2 break to just listen to it. And to be honest, those were the times when I nodded off slightly. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I can see why people love it so much, with it being kind of a satire of gothic romance. For anyone who likes Jane Austen but has not read this one, it's still very much a Jane Austen novel. You know, it's about society at the time and the women trying to get partners and going for walks and with said partners and things like that. But you just have the twist of going to Northanger Abbey and her sort of assumptions of what it's going to be like, given her obsession with Gothic literature, and then being horribly disappointed by the fact that this abbey is not like that at all. So I'm probably going to get the dogs out of the bedroom and take them out, because they're currently, because obviously Liam's in bed, so they're currently in there. And then I'm hoping to take a break and do something with this. So I'll see you then. Hi. It's been like 2 hours. It didn't take me 2 hours to get ready. It's now at 10:30, so I've had like 2 hours off from reading, which wasn't my intention. So next on my, let's consult my map, shall we? Let's consult my map. I know what's next, I just need to remind myself of the prompt. So we have completed the oldest book on my TBR, which is Northanger Abbey, and we proceed from the library to the mansion, which is Defeat Drewspike and Angelus. And because I was Willow, I was allowed to change this prompt, which was originally read a book in a series, something to do with books in series. And I changed it to another anticipated read, like light, fluffy or anticipated read. So that is Pumpkin House. I'm so excited for this. It's a graphic novel, so it's going to be nice and easy going. My battery's flashing, so I need to change that and hurry up. So I'm probably going to put something spooky on. So like Addams Family, sort of like a Halloween-y sort of Halloween vibe movie, so something like the Addams Family. And I need to get something to eat because it's just occurred to me that I'm hungry, and that's probably because I've been awake and the last time I ate was about 1 o'clock in the morning and it's now 10:30. So that's probably why. I'm gonna curl up, put some Addams Family on, or something like that. I keep saying Addams Family, so it's probably going to be Addams Family, or something like that, and just flick through this and have a really comfy, cozy read. this is going to be a really weird angle, but I actually really like it. I'm a sip of coffee. Well, it's kind of coffee with hot chocolate in it. I've just finished this. It is 12:20, so a little bit behind schedule, but HelloFresh delivery came, so I had to go and deal with that. This was just so amazing. If you've never read this, like, get it immediately, order it immediately. It was so wholesome and wonderful, and I loved it so much. I kind of guessed how it was going to turn out, but it was just so wonderful. The artwork is just so amazing. It's in all these really muted, really autumnal colours. It was just so amazing. This is the kind of thing that will definitely just stay in my permanent collection, and I'll just read this year in, year out. Like, it's just so amazing. I'm gonna give this 5 stars, 100%. I absolutely adored it. So as I understand, Rainbow Rowell wrote it, like wrote the kind of script for it, and Faith Erin Hicks drew it. This is what I've still got to read. There's a conversation between Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks in the back that I need to read, but yeah, so I think Rainbow Rowell wrote it and Faith Erin Hicks kind of storyboarded it and created the comic. It was just so amazing. I highly recommend this. I just want to read it again, but that's cheating. I've got to move on. So for Slayerfest, I've got this, which is With a Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. What prompt is this, please? What prompt? So we've defeated Drew, Spike and Angelus. So this would be to defeat the mayor and Faith with a book in a school setting. And this is about a 17-year-old young mom who's still at school, who has a passion for cooking and wants to be a chef. Wants to be a chef, I think, or wants a career, something to do with cooking. So I think that this is going to be quite wholesome as well as this. So I'm going to take a break. The Slayerfest ones, I do have to do them in order. I made sure I had a couple of things that I could jump to if I wanted to take a break. So I've got Elizabeth is Missing by Emma Healy, which is my buddy read with my sister, and this is about a lady who is suffering with dementia, but she has held on to this memory that her friend Elizabeth is missing, and it's a 70-year-old mystery. Loads of people around her think it's just a load of nonsense and it's to do with her dementia, but she's determined not to forget and determined to find out what happened to her friend. I probably won't read all of this today because I'm buddy reading it with my sister, so I've got to give her a chance to read it as well. But I at least want to make a start, so I'll probably start with that next. I'm going to have a break and finish watching Addams Family. Hello, good evening. I don't know what time it was last time I spoke to you, but I've completely forgot to update anymore. But to be honest, there isn't much to update you on. I kind of knew this was going to happen, which is why I wanted to do Midnight to Midnight, because I knew I'd probably charge through a lot of reading in the first half of the 24 hours, and then I would start to relax, which is what happened. It's my first 24-hour readathon, so I think I've done really well It is currently 10:25, so there's a good hour and a half still left. But I've had a really good day. I've read some amazing books, and I've watched like 5 Halloween-y kind of movies today, sort of in between and during reading, depending on what I was reading. So I've watched both 90s Addams Family films. I watched Corpse Bride, The Witches, so big Angelica Houston day, and I finished up with Coraline. I did start this, about 42 pages in, so that's about 3 chapters. It's still very much at the beginning. At the moment we're still in the sort of period where she thinks that this Elizabeth that she's thinking of is like another elderly friend, and she's currently getting concerned that she's not heard from her, and she's been randomly like leaving her house and going to visit Elizabeth's house, or I assume so she thinks. I assume she thinks this house is Elizabeth's, and like peering into the windows and stuff like that, making notes about the fact that she's not there. And her daughter, I'm assuming, doesn't know who Elizabeth is, and so she just keeps saying things like, "Are you sure you haven't spoken to her? Maybe you spoke to her on the phone last week and you've forgotten," things like that. And there's a consistent buying of sliced peaches in tins. She constantly goes out to the shop and buys them, so she's got a cupboard full of them. And she keeps, it's from her point of view, and she keeps talking about memories of growing up during the war, and there was like tinned peach slices mentioned in one of the memories there, so that could also be tied to her regressive memories, which is why she's buying the sliced peaches. It's not been confirmed in the story that she's got dementia yet. I'm assuming that that's going to come up. But yeah, we're still very much at the beginning. But I am enjoying it. It's really well written, actually. It's written in such a way that you're kind of seeing things and experiencing things as she is in her mind. So she will constantly repeat things that you've just read, like a few sentences or a few paragraphs before, but it's not annoyingly repetitive. It's written in a way that it's supposed to sort of translate to you what it's like to be her and how her mind is currently working, which I really like. And I think as it gets into the mystery side of this, that's going to be a really interesting read. I'm going to get into bed and I'm going to make a start on this and get as far as I can by midnight. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment like a stack of books down below, emoji, to represent the readathon. And if you want to subscribe, if you're not already, that would be really cool. So I'm going to get into bed with this, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye! I need to stop ending the vlog in bed, so I can't do this.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
happy birthday then. Happy with your stuff?
If I'm